All across the United States, the biggest concern for people right now is how do we respond as a community to the new restrictions caused by COVID-19. Alex Rios has how people can ease their social anxiety and set up to lead.
Schools have been closed, sporting events canceled, and cultural institutions shut down, not just in the United States, but also around the world as countries try to stem the coronavirus outbreak. It's been a decade since the most recent influenza pandemic occurred. The World Health Organization stated many lessons were learned and good practices in the pandemic preparedness were identified. Last summer, WHO ran their most recent report stating many countries still lack important preparedness capacities or have not updated their pandemic influenza preparedness plans. An expert in business consulting says the United States did not and does not have an adequate national pandemic plan.
What do parents do who have to leave the home, yet they no longer have a school to go to? That causes stress, it causes anxiety.
As more community lockdowns are starting to take place across the nation, Mike says the healthiest way to adjust is to use all our means of communication. That means making phone calls, sending texts, FaceTiming, or even writing letters. He says the government requirements are going to create loneliness. He says loneliness can have a devastating impact as a disease itself.
What we do to protect people can have an adverse effect, and we want to make sure that we're being deliberate and proportionate, and we're looking at all sides of the equation.
If you hold leadership positions in our community or own a business, Mike says not to panic.
Have a communication plan, communicate the items in that plan frequently, and demonstrate empathy and care for what your employees or your customers are going through.
He says he is grateful for organizations like the YMCA who establish child care centers and public utility districts who commit in not turning off anyone's power. He says those movements ease social anxiety.
But there is still a cost to pay, and a cost that can translate into its own health effects.
He says we have to make sure to take the preventable measures so people do not end up doing more harm than the virus itself. If you need advice on how your business should handle the coronavirus outbreak, you can reach out to Mike at tricitiespr.com or on their website at tricitiespr.com. Alex Rios, Wake Up Northwest.